the anxiety, depression, and then just the anger that she just doesn't know how to control or deal with. She has scars up and down her arm from cutting.
Sonia Farrelly has been battling her daughter's mental illness for years. Twyla was actually her niece. She adopted the girl when she was just a baby. Born to alcoholic parents, Twyla was diagnosed with fetal alcohol syndrome.
Body weight, height, all the things the doctors look at for her growth, she was below the chart lines. She wasn't even on the graph.
Here comes Twyla.
Twyla's odds were stacked against her from the start. As she grew, even the simplest things seemed like major obstacles.
Trying to get her to take a shower, she would go 2-3 weeks, or trying to get her to change her clothes, and she wears the same clothes for 2 to 3 weeks.
Twyla's biological family lived in the village of Crooked Creek. Sonia, half Alaska Native herself, says she turned to Native hospitals for help, but had little luck.
But she is Alaska Native, and we still can't get into any of those programs that are Alaska Native based.
Why?
The wait list, because you just don't have enough people.
A study released by the Centers for Disease Control found the need is there. In 2021, Alaska Natives and American Indians registered the worst on key mental health markers: persistent feelings of sadness or hopelessness, seriously considering suicide, making a suicide plan, and for attempting suicide. By junior high, Twyla's therapist feared for her safety as well. Sonia says Twyla kept most of her rage bottled up, choosing to hurt herself instead.
She would disassemble a pencil sharpener and take the blade out of those little ones. She would find anything and everything to use to cut, and she would slice on her right arm mostly, and sometimes on one of her thighs.
And by 2020, Twyla was in her teens, had been kicked out of high school, so she was sent to a mental health facility out of state in Texas for 11 months.
One of the hardest things I've ever done, because you don't ever want to leave your kid behind in a facility you don't know, in a state you don't know.
When Twyla returned home, her parents say she also returned to her old ways. During a violent episode, she threw a hammer at her father.
She needs to learn her actions are having a major consequence.
Twyla was sent to a juvenile detention facility. On April 27th, she spent her 18th birthday there. Her parents don't know what to expect next.
It does hurt. I mean, the only thing we can say is that she's in a safe place. She can't hurt herself.
Experts say trauma and mental health issues such as those suffered by Twyla are common in Alaska Native communities.
In terms of substance abuse and mental health, it's going to be a multifactorial story. And trauma is certainly a piece of it. It's a response to trauma, to desire to numb.
Lisa Alexia worked with the South Central Foundation for over 10 years. She's now in private practice. She has experience helping children in both South Central and Western Alaska villages as well.
So schools theoretically teach skills to help you survive in an urban setting, but they don't do that adequately in most village schools.
Alexia says children in Alaska, and particularly in western villages, are also uniquely affected by the changes in sunlight through the seasons and school days that fail to match the body's natural rhythms.
Alaskan students and Alaskan youth are the most sleep deprived in the nation. This is an artificial structure that we've imposed. It's an unconsented public health experiment, and we have enough evidence to say sleep deprivation causes mental health issues. It increases risk for suicide.
Shoulders back.
Every child with mental illness struggles with their own form of darkness. Twyla's parents hope she'll see the light before it's too late.
There is hope. That's all we can keep hoping for, is just give her everything she needs and know that we love her unconditionally.